Let's get right into it. Today, we're doing a complete forensic deconstruction of Corey Ganon's exact operational framework. This is sourced straight from his recent masterclass interview. We're breaking down every single step, every dollar, and every tool of this highly lucrative solo operation. Are you stressed out about falling behind with AI? Or maybe you want to make $1,000 an hour, but you literally don't know how to write a single line of code. If you're not in your head right now, you need to pay very close attention. The whole premise of this model, it's not about building complex software. It's about confidently prescribing off-the-shelf AI tools to overwhelmed small business owners who are just desperate to get their time back. Section 1. The $999 AI assessment, our baseline offer. So this entire business model begins with a $999 AI assessment. Think of this as a highly irresistible diagnostic tripwire. Just to give you an idea of how well this works, Corey has actually sold this exact service 15 times this year alone. Now, you aren't going after massive corporate enterprises here. You are looking very specifically for small business owners who have between 2 and 20 employees and are generating somewhere between $500,000 and $5 million in annual revenue. The assessment itself, it's literally just a 45-minute interview. But here is exactly why it's so irresistible. You give them an ironclad guarantee. You guarantee you'll find them 5 to 10 hours of weekly time savings using AI tools, or you hand back 100% of their money. No questions asked. Section 2. The 4 phases of delivery. Let's look at this step-by-step system. So how does this actually work in practice? Well, there are 4 precise operational phases that you're going to execute for every single client. You've got the discovery call, the transcript analysis, the report generation, and finally, the client-facing review call. Let's break those down. Phase 1 is your 45-minute discovery Zoom call. You're going to use an AI note taker for this, something like Fathom, Otter, or Fireflies. Your only job on this call is to ask probing questions. A favorite one from the interview is what Corey calls the magic wand question. You ask, if you could wave a magic wand and delete any process in your business, what would it be? A lot of the time, the answer is just managing their email inbox. But listen up, the golden rule here is absolutely crucial. Never prescribe tools on this first call. Then you move to phase 2. You take that raw transcript and you feed it right into Claude. Claude is going to identify all their pain points for you. From there, you use directories like futurepedia.io, and there's an AI for that.com to find existing off-the-shelf solutions. And this next part is key. You have to perform a quality assurance substitution. That means if Claude recommends some massive enterprise tool like Salesforce for a tiny 4-person landscaping company, you step in and manually swap it out for a much simpler CRM. Moving on to phase 3, report generation. You build this out using Gamma or Claude Design. This report is your absolute closer. You are going to show them the exact financial impact formula. You multiply their weekly time returned by their hourly rate and then subtract the monthly tool cost. Looking at Corey's hard data, the average client gets back 7 hours a week while only spending an average of $60 a month on the recommended tools. It definitively proves they are getting a massive 4-figure monthly net return on that initial $999 investment. And finally, phase 4. This is a 30-minute review call where you present that report to them. But here's the secret. It's actually an upsell mechanism in disguise. At the very end of the call, you simply ask 3 specific questions. Which of these is most urgent? Do you want to do this yourself? Or would you like my help? And what is your timeline? Just by asking these 3 questions organically, Corey is hitting a staggering 50 to 60% upsell conversion rate right there on the call. Section 3. 6 high-ticket upsells and how we handle back-end monetization. So once you've built that trust, you offer them these 6 specific back-end services. Number 1 is a process redesign. Corey actually sold one of these for $3,000 just to map out a better future state process for an e-commerce seller who was blowing 10 hours every week monitoring Amazon ad spend. Number 2 is automation builds. For example, a $1,500 Asana to Zapier integration for a wedding venue that saved the manager 30 minutes every single week. Number 3 is knowledge systems. He built a custom GPT for a business broker who was manually answering 400 to 500 identical buyer emails for every listing. That completely dropped their email load to 0. Then you've got custom workflows, the AI concierge, and full implementations, which actually combine all of these into packages that sell for around $8,000. Now, the pure economics behind his absolute favorite upsell, the AI concierge, are just incredible. This is where your recurring revenue comes in. He charges a monthly rate that escalates from $1,200 up to $2,000. And the deliverables are incredibly contained. You're giving them just 2 45-minute co-working Zoom calls a month to help them build their own Claude skills, plus 12-hour response time access via Voxer text. He strictly limits this offer to a maximum of 6 active clients to keep that urgency high. When you actually do the math on the hours spent versus that retainer, his effective rate comes out to over $1,000 per hour. Section 4. 7 client acquisition methods using zero-cost channels. So how are you actually getting these clients? Corey uses 7 specific traffic channels that cost absolutely nothing. We're talking local AI meetups, good old-fashioned door knocking, sending hyper-targeted LinkedIn DMs offering free feedback, doing free mini audits for your existing personal network, partnering up with local agencies or accountants for referrals, hosting AI office hours at local co-working spaces, and relentlessly building in public by posting your small daily wins online. If you're sitting there thinking door knocking is totally dead, check out these exact granular stats from a community member named Dennis. Dennis literally walked right into local service businesses and asked to speak to the owner. He knocked on 30 doors. From that, he secured 5 sit-down meetings. And he closed 2 paying clients immediately. Yes, it is high effort, but it yields immediate, undeniable results when you need a client today. Now look at the contrast between these 2 physical event strategies. Play 1 is the meetup. You barter for a free conference room, give a quick 20-minute presentation on how to use Claude, collect everybody's emails, and make sure you follow up within 24 hours. Play 2 is office hours. You sit in a co-working space and offer completely free walk-up consulting. Dennis actually used his door-knocking skills to get $175 in local gift cards, used those as a carrot to get people's attention, and instantly got 11 attendees to his very first office hour. That directly resulted in 2 follow-up calls. Section 5. Niching down for scale to eliminate your competition. The crucial point here is that you have to choose your moat. You can go for geographic dominance, like becoming the undisputed go-to AI guy in Charlotte by dominating all the local physical events, or you lean into industry expertise. If you have 10 years of background in financial services, then you exclusively do AI assessments for that specific sector. Specializing like this makes your service feel like fishing with dynamite, and it makes it completely impossible for generic consultants to undercut your pricing. Section 6. Our review and action plan. Let's lock in this deep dive. All right, let's quickly recap the exact hard numbers we extracted straight from this playbook today. You are charging a $999 baseline fee. Your interventions are going to save clients an average of 7 hours per week. The off-the-shelf tools you recommend will cost them roughly $60 a month. By simply reviewing the report with them on a call, your upsell conversion rate hits 50 to 60%. And finally, your $1,000 an hour concierge tier is strictly capped at a maximum of 6 clients. If you only remember one single logic point from today's explainer, please make it this. The business of AI is not about writing complex code. It's about confidently prescribing off-the-shelf efficiency to overwhelmed business owners. Now it is time to test your operational thinking. If you were to replicate this exact project today, what is your very first concrete step? Are you going to start door knocking? Are you going to go set up Fathom? I really want to see your strategy here. Leave a comment below right now with your exact plan, and I'll jump in to help you avoid those early pitfalls. And as a bonus, when you drop that comment, you will instantly unlock the complete tool list and the full project mind map to get you started. Thanks for learning with me today. Now get out there and get to work.